You may be wondering how our research program at the Colorado Center benefits you as a client. And there's really a few ways in which it does that. Number one, we want to be extremely accountable to you about whether we're providing the quality of therapy that you're needing. And there's a couple of different ways we do that from session to session. So one way of being accountable is to track from session to session how you're feeling over time. So even with all the ups and downs from week to week in life, are things getting better over time? And if they're not getting better, we want to be able to see that and see if there's anything we need to change about the therapy so that you get the outcome you're after. And so if things are getting better, we want to know that too, so that you have a way of sensing when is it time to finish. When is it time to say, okay, I got what I came for, and I really feel complete about why I came for therapy. So it gives people a reason to stop therapy because things have gotten better. It gives a way to change therapy and to give a heads up to both the therapist and the client about whether there's not enough change or things are going in a bad direction. So there's just more transparency about how things are going over time. So if adjustments need to be made, they can be made. And then we're also checking how people feel about the process, how people feel about, from session to session, how the actual session seems to you. Because if you don't feel like the session itself is very helpful, or it seems strange, or it doesn't seem focused, or something is wrong, that gives us an opportunity also to wake up and make sure you're getting the type of approach that really works for you. Because your sense of whether therapy is helping really matters and really helps influence whether you're getting the benefit. So having that kind of feedback from session to session really helps us to adjust the process to make sure you're going to be more likely to get a good outcome. And then another way in which the research program can benefit you as a client is that we're really heavily involved in the international research community in developing better methods for measuring psychotherapy effectiveness. There's really a pretty wild range of how different statistics are used and measurements are done. So there's ways of giving therapists really easy A's, really easy grades about how effective they are. And we're really, really on top of that. We are big skeptics about statistics and measurement, and we know quite a bit about how to do it in a good way, and we're involved pretty actively in influencing the culture of psychotherapy outcome research to have more rigorous standards for measurement. We don't want therapists to get easy A's. The idea is not to make everyone look good. The idea is to be tough and to know when therapists need to improve. So we want to make sure that therapists have the data that they need to go back to school, to go back to training, to make major adjustments in their approach to their clients. We want therapists to have the bad news so they can be better therapists. And that's what we do here as well. We're focused on figuring out where we're failing and how much we're failing so we have a place to focus and make sure we're doing better as therapists. So we're not interested in looking good. We're interested in knowing how we're really doing as therapists in a very rigorous, very tough way. So our research methodologies and our different research protocols are partly about being tougher graders and figuring out how to measure ourselves in this tougher way so we have clearer feedback about where and how we're failing so we can focus our continuing education and our continuing training to be better therapists. And our hope is that by doing that it does make us better therapists and makes us way more honest with ourselves and with our clients about whether we're going to be able to help you do what you want to do in therapy. So thank you very much for watching this, and I hope you find it moderately interesting. Looking at graphs can be a little intimidating, and numbers can be a little boring for people, but I want you to know that our use of this research is really about benefiting our clients in a real way, in a real world way. That makes a difference in the quality of therapy. And not just in our practice, but also as researchers and practitioners around the world are using these better methods for measuring therapy.